Okay, starting off, I'm going to go over the API. I'm going to go over the controller. So my app only has one controller for every API call. First one right here is going to be all list IDs, and that's going to get all the GUIDs and names, which are going to populate a list view in the UWP app. Next one here is get a list. We're going to take in a GUID, create a database for that list. Once we get it, we're going to take that list and serialize it and return it. Next one is get list complete. It's going to do the same exact thing, except it's going to filter out those which are complete. Next one here is going to add a list. We're going to take a name for it from the body, and we're going to add a new list to the database. Delete a list, same thing, except the opposite. We're going to take an ID of the list we want to delete, and then we're going to go to the database, find the list that has that GUID, and delete it and all its items. Here, add or update task. We're going to take the ID of the list we want to mess around with, and then add or update. We're going to take a GUID ID, which is going to be the list ID, and the task from our app, which we want to remove. Not remove, but add or update. And then we're going to call here this task list EC, and it's going to be the corresponding add or update, and then return OK. Same thing for appointment. Delete an item, same idea, list ID plus the, in this case we're actually going to take the item ID of the item we want to delete, and then remove it from the corresponding list. Search, we're going to take in search plus query string, and that query string is going to go into here. We're going to query the database for that string and return a list of items that correspond to that query string. So we're going to test it out real quick. If we start it up, and in the browser, and it's initially going to give us, this is the all list IDs call right here. Yep. And for example, if we want to see how this works, we take a list ID, and instead of all list IDs, we put that GUID. It's going to return us the list that we're trying to get. And this one's empty, so actually, let's do the other one. And here we go. We're going to get I call it a named list of items. And here we can see a task right here, and then appointment. So how this looks in the UWP app is we're going to have, if I can find it, there we go, task management API service class. What this is going to do is it's pretty much going to create web requests to the API and calling those endpoints for each corresponding action. So all these functions will correspond to the endpoints in the API controller that I just showed. And if you want to show what this looks like, we start up the UWP app. And whenever it loads up, it's going to initialize the list by calling the all list IDs. And we're going to get those IDs in here into this list view. And when we click on it, it's going to take that ID and it's going to get that list from the database. So right here, well, it's empty list, but this one has stuff in it, and we can see that we get the list returned to us. We can also create a list here. That list is created here, and if we want to look into our all list IDs, we can see here that list was actually added. And we could go to list, add a random task, boom, boom, ASD, and that item's going to persist. And we can actually do the test call here really fast. Test. That's test successful. There we go.